to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. It's your boy Black Adam. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. This is going to be a great show, a great week. Despite the rain last week and the cold front, we're still going to have a good day and a good week, man. I'm glad you guys tuned into the show, man. Always tell a friend to tell a friend what we got going on over here, man. You know, we have some great people that come up here, and we have some secrets that they tell, some exclusives that they tell, and I'm glad you guys get the word out. Man, thank you guys, man. Remember to subscribe to Culturally Distinct everywhere on all platforms. Much love to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages. Call Audio. Y'all see the hat. If y'all get injured ever in a accident, call Audio. She's going to hook you up. She's going to give you about $100,000. I didn't say that, okay? She didn't say that. I said that, okay? Don't. But anyway, much love to my sponsors. Thank you, guys. Guys, you know every week that I have a guest that comes on the show that's very special because I highlight entrepreneurs, I highlight blackness, I highlight business, and I love highlighting women.
Yes, awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. So this week we have a great guest. We're going to get into what she does and everything that she brings to the culture. Everybody, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Chef Me Shelle.
Yes.
Me Shelle.
Me Shelle.
I'm going to say it first. Me Shelle Collins. How you doing, Chef?
Thank you. This is an honor being on your show with you this morning. I appreciate this so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look, you know what? The old people always say it's blessed to be a blessing.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
I want to go to church this early. You know what I'm saying? Not this early. So, Chef, let's jump right into it.
Okay.
Let's get to know a little bit about yourself.
Well, the amazing thing is I am from Winfield, Louisiana. I'm the oldest of 11. I am certified Cannabis Chef Collins.
Okay.
Le Cordon Bleu trained, just as well as I am a certified chef through American Culinary Federation. I've been in the hospitality industry over 18 plus years. I've worked prior for a couple of retired ball players.
Okay.
So I know what it's like bringing really great food to the table, starting off coming from Louisiana, being in the country, and then just working for my ball players. And from there, making food phenomenal. So
yes.
I've also gotten a chance to travel the world doing medical billing claims and adjustments. That's also given me a little bit more education and traction up under my belt when it comes to fine foods.
Yes.
So I love what I do.
That's good. So I want to, cause I know let me unpack a lot of that
Okay.
because you gave me a history of things in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So being from Louisiana, what part of Louisiana?
Winfield, Louisiana,
Oh,
right
you up
outside
north.
of Natchitoches. Yes, sir.
Yeah, up north.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I had a lot of friends that I went to school up there
Okay,
from
perfect.
Winfield.
Grambling?
Yeah. Grambling. Well, I went to
Southern?
Southern,
Okay,
but they
good deal.
all, you know, they
Yes, sir.
They didn't want to go to Grambling. It was
Small
too close to
world.
home.
Small world.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't have stayed at Grambling either. But anyway, shout out to my Southern people and my Grambling
All
people.
right now.
So now you mentioned a name of what type of chef you are.
Yes.
You said a blue.
I'm Le Cordon Bleu trained.
Now, what is that? What does that mean?
I'm giving you more of the French culinary education,
Yeah.
knowledge,
Okay.
and just knowing exactly how to marry food, how to bring food flavors to the full fruition for health and wellness, number one. But then just using authentic food from the earth. So that brings another level of expertise and quality also to the entrees, to the cuisines that I prepare.
Right. You know, that's important. Being from Louisiana myself,
Yes.
and being from New Orleans, you know, we have that French background. It's kind of French-Spanish
Exactly.
background.
Exactly.
And, of course, people call it Creole,
Yes, they do.
you know.
Cajun, Creole.
Cajun
yes,
Creole,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So for those who don't know what I'm speaking of, Cajun could be considered as black French.
Right.
I'm sorry, Cajun
Cajun.
is white French.
Right.
Creole is
is
black
French. Exactly.
And sometimes you can have a jambalaya, and two people can make it totally
Completely
different.
Yes, sir.
And I'm glad you on the show
Yes, sir.
to understand that.
Yes,
so,
sir.
So I've been here for about 15 years, right?
Okay.
And the funny thing about Houstonians, they say they have the best food in the South,
Oh
right?
boy.
So I'm not gonna get you in that in that dispute, but I used to tell them, I'm like, the only reason that you guys have the culture because
Yes.
people from Louisiana,
Have migrated here.
absolutely, and now they infuse
That's right.
that Houston culture with Louisiana.
That's so right. That's so true.
Now, I want to ask you about the spice and the flavor.
Okay.
Because you mentioned about flavor.
I did. Yes, sir.
Why is flavor so important when it comes to food?
Flavor is absolutely important because bottom line, who wants to have I want flavor in food because I want to be able to enjoy a nice chicken breast 365 days out of the year.
Yes.
And when you know how to diversify food,
Yeah.
when you know how to cook with your rosemary, your thyme, your lavender, your basil, when you know exactly what you're doing to create a mirepoix, just to elevate food with the different sauces, to be a saucier, and I'll say that lightly. Big Mama taught me how to be a saucier. That's what started for me in Louisiana.
Yeah.
We started with making a nice roux. She started stirring that roux for 45 minutes to an hour, and then just to know exactly how to reduce it down, and then add white wine to it, or heavy cream, or a nice Amish butter. That takes it to another level. So the bottom root for me always stems from Big Mama.
That was hold up. So now you giving me game now, because I'm gonna go on a date. I'm gonna start making that roux with the white wine.
That's right.
Because it's one if you have the seasoning and the smell and that
That's
white
right.
wine,
Oh my goodness.
the-
It brings me down to my knees.
You know what I'm saying?
Still,
You know what I'm saying?
still. I create food sometimes, and I ask my partner or I ask my coworkers. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing. Who made this?" And they're looking at me, kind of strange, like you did. It's just I love what I do.
That's good.
And then I love creating flavors, and I love creating homage because that's exactly what food does.
Yes, absolutely. It brings us together. So it's funny you said that, because the first thing I was thinking about, you said Big Mama.
Yes.
And you think about Thanksgiving, you think about the holidays, you think about gatherings.
That's right.
Big Mama was always had those moments where family was all together.
That's right.
And food is a part of our culture.
A huge part of it.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you that, with culture
Yes.
and food and what you do, how have you, I guess, figured out what culture, because different cultures want our experience.
Exactly.
Like, how do you know what to prepare for other cultures?
That's a great question. I stick to my roots with everything. With learning, even though I have the years of experience, even with Le Cordon Bleu, I still go back to the roots. When I'm working for an Indian family, I still go back to my roots. So when you're talking about when you're discussing, and when you're talking about what do you call it, the Trinity,
Yes,
the Holy Trinity.
yes.
So that's your bell pepper, your onion, your celery.
Yes.
And then the French way of doing it is your carrots, bell pepper, and onion. So there's still the same mirepoix, the base of it to get started. And then when also I do a lot of studying as far as spices and herbs are concerned. So I love Indian spices, and then I infuse it with your different black curcumin, and then also your different herbs into the regular entrees that I prepare.
Okay.
But I do the same thing even with African entrees. So I always want to bring something different. Like I mentioned earlier, if you can eat a nice chicken breast 365 days out of the year and not get bored,
Yes.
that's what I want to create. A nice redfish, if I'm preparing that. If we're doing vegetable skewers, because we have a lot of vegans and people are being more mindful of what they're eating nowadays.
Yes.
We want to create that flavor where they're like, oh my God, what is in this? I eat this every single year. I eat this all the time, but I've never had it to this depth of flavor.
Right.
And I think that's what it's all about when you start studying the cuisine, and then also other nationalities as well.
That's good. You know what? I want to get into that because, we are now a health conscious
Yes, sir.
environment,
Yes,
especially
sir.
with what's going on with the government and vaccines and all that thing and all that stuff. Foods. People are now, you just stated it, they're health conscious now.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, right.
Way
now,
more.
Now, and the countries are different. They used to eat pig feet,
Right.
but they're not eating pig feet no more. They still eat pork chops. You know what I'm saying? But,
Right. Yes, sir.
but in terms of like bigger cities, they are more going towards like vegan foods, vegan choices, vegetarian choices. I want to ask you from a chef's perspective, how do you make a entree of food without overpowering it with seasoning to make it feel good, like a vegan dish or a vegetarian dish?
You're right about that. That's a great question. How do you make food absolutely amazing? It starts with your going back to the earth.
Okay.
Definitely starts with going back to the earth. I mentioned, I'm looking at that beautiful plant that you have right there, and I'm thinking of chives. I'm looking around your office, and I'm thinking rosemary. I'm looking around your office, and I think your basil, your tarragon. To make food great without literally overpowering it with salt, number one,
Yes.
without overpowering it with sugar, number two, but to literally go back to the earth is the best way to infuse your foods.
Yes, that's good because a lot of people want to do it at home, especially the ones that know how to
Yes,
cook,
sir.
but they don't know how to do it without overpowering it with sugar because some
You're
people
right.
say actually vegan choices are actually unhealthy because of the intake of sugar. I mean,
That's
intake
right.
of salt.
Exactly.
So
And vegan to me sometimes can be unhealthy because when you are eating sweet potato fries all day long and you're dipping them in ketchup, when you're eating regular potato fries,
yeah,
when we're drowning our scalloped potatoes in so much butter and then also
yes,
using a lot of the different processed cheese, it does change the dynamic of what's going in your body.
yes,
Again, all of this creates inflammation, and we want to
mm,
get away from that. So again, when you're talking about how you prepare food, that's absolutely huge. And I love educating people because I love to eat.
yeah.
And as Big Mama used to always say, never trust a skinny chef. So needless to say, I like being thick. I love
I
trying
like that.
food, and then I just love feeding people as well.
I like that.
Yes,
You're
sir.
right. I never seen a skinny
Never
chef.
trust a skinny chef.
Right, because he got it. You're right. If y'all chef is in shape, something ain't right. That's good. That's
No,
good.
but it's good to even have a healthy chef, that
Right.
you're working with. But you just want people to really just be able to understand food.
Okay.
And a lot of times we eat for comfort. We eat because we're depressed. We eat because we're going through things.
Yeah.
And we don't focus on what it is that we are putting in our body. If we're not eating for health and wellness, what is it? Every bite that you take either is fighting disease or feeding disease, and that's a huge component.
That's real. I like that. That's real. I want to go there. I like that you went there because I didn't want to really go to the mental health side of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Every
does
bite you
food
take,
so food does affect your mental health?
it does. Yes, sir. Every bite you take, either it is feeding disease or either it is fighting disease, and that is absolutely key for all of us to
Wow.
realize that and to be conscious of that. Because sometimes again, we're just eating because we're going through a situation, but to literally know exactly what you're doing to your body, we want to heal ourselves from the inside out.
That's good. That's good. I like that. Chef, you got me thinking now. You got me, you know, because it's important.
Yes,
Because
it is.
especially in our community, I just recently found something out. My doctor told me that I had to stop using my air fryer,
Wow, that part. Yes, sir.
and I didn't know this, and you guys may
Yes,
not know
sir.
this, that it's still it still is a fryer.
Yes, it
It's
is.
still you still get the same thing as if you're frying it in grease.
Yes.
You still get the same high cholesterol
Yes, sir.
intake. And I did not know that. She told me, she said, you got to lay off the
Yeah,
air fryer.
that's so true. That is so, so true. And they were talking about even the elements of the way it air fries. It's one thing putting your food in the microwave and having that radiation, even though it's a small gram of radiation,
Yeah.
but it's still in your food. And the air fryer brings it even more so into
Yeah.
the food. So we have to be just really mindful of how we eat, and then
Yes.
just focus on that.
Yes, yes, it's very important. So now let's fast forward into the nitty gritty and what we got going on now. So in modern day, we have AI, right?
Right.
AI modifies things, makes things much better. I'm gonna use another word. It enhances things,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right. It's already good, but it enhances it.
Right.
So we have this miraculous flower that we have on this earth called marijuana.
Yes, we do.
And it does some wonderful things.
Amazing things.
Awesome things, right?
Yes, it does.
So, but you have it to where you infused it into your food, your spices,
Yes.
and everything. Let's talk about that.
Well, to get started, I definitely want to share with our audience. I was in a motor vehicle accident in 2016 where a commercial truck ran the light and I had to be cut out of the vehicle with the jaws of life.
Wow.
I've already, as a chef, my mom used to always tell me, why don't you think about retirement? Why don't you think about retirement? And I was just like, again, being the oldest of 11 siblings, I have 39 nieces and nephews. I know what it's like to feed people, and I know how it brings folks together. With going through what I'm going through, I'm like, I'm just not ready yet. I said, I still got work to do. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I got work to do.
Yes.
And I love, again, exactly what I'm involved in. Another friend of mine, Cynthia and I went out to dinner. We had a great time, and he introduced me to CBD. When I realized that this was a plant, a God-given plant, I started doing my research and to find out that the Indians have been eating this for over 5,000 years, and that we all have an endocannabinoid system that the cannabis plant supports. So even though we're talking about marijuana, we want to get, because in Texas we're legal as far as hemp is concerned.
Yes.
The phenomenal thing about who's sitting in front of you, I'm not just a certified cannabis chef, Le Cordon Bleu trained, and then certified through American Culinary Federation. We have our license to manufacture, produce, and distribute. So I do have my hemp license through the state of Texas.
Okay.
So with that being said, we do a lot as far as our patients and our family and our friends that have diverticulitis, that have breast cancer, that have lymphedema, that's dealing with glaucoma, that's dealing with so many different ailments from diabetes, and they want to be able to eat healthy,
Yeah.
amazing food. what's put me really, really in this market, I've always used myself as a guinea pig. I try everything on Michelle first.
Yeah, yeah.
From your CBD, your CBG, which is the gut, your cannabigerol, from the different versions of THC, and then we want to stick with using THCs that are not synthetic,
Yes.
that are all natural and really enhancing the body. As we started this conversation, we talked a little bit about your rosemary, your thyme, your basil. So when it comes to the herbs and then utilizing that to enhance food, but to even make it more powerful, your superfood, hemp is a superfood that's amazing. And Sprouts has been selling it for years.
Yeah.
The hemp oil, which is great to cook in, to saute your vegetables in, and then to literally have spices on the market. This is my lane all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to help my family and friends just with being able to heal. So this is my story.
That's amazing in itself, and I the people that's gonna be watching, this is educational in one way.
Yes, sir.
And also it's business like in another.
Yes, it is.
Because you touched on a lot of things. You touched on one, the education of it.
Yes, sir.
Right? You sound like a doctor to a degree, right? You started naming all the ailments and diseases
Yes, sir.
and things of that nature. Then you started talking about the business side of it,
Exactly.
the distribution and how you get the
Yes.
product in and out. And then you also talk about how the service of it,
Yes, sir.
the service industry of it. So you hitting on every three dynamics of what you do, and we gotta just slow it down and talk about each one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So let's talk about the medical side of it.
So speaking of the medical side of that,
Yeah.
when we all automatically know someone. Again, I'm gonna go right back to Big Mama. From Big Mama to your mother, to your aunts, to your sisters, to your brother, to your family and friends that we work with that's going through some shape, form, or fashion of pain on a regular basis. Again, I said I had to be cut out of the vehicle with the jaws of life. As a chef, I stand on concrete floors 10 to 12-hour days. In the morning, I'm always in excruciating pain. And then what I do to get up in the morning and to meditate, to get myself grounded, to use a little bit of the product, the hemp product, the THC product on my joints, to be able to dose my coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
To use a little bit of that when I'm making when I'm using chicken eggs, because I love using farm product.
Okay.
And supporting local farmers makes a huge difference, and I want to just educate people on what that process looks like, and then how easy it is to really enjoy your food and know that it's healing. And I just absolutely love that piece of the puzzle. That's huge on number one,
Yeah.
which you just wanted to talk about. And then to thy medicine is thy food is thy medicine. And when you look at it from that lens
Yeah.
as well,
It's
I
important.
think it just brings a whole nother projection to people just to know exactly what they're doing. So even when you're talking to your family and friends, you can say, oh, no, don't eat, put down the donuts, don't eat out of the vending machine with the chips, because
Yeah.
we're always looking for that extra lift throughout the daytime to keep us going. Just to know we can have mushroom coffee, just to know that we can dose our teas now, So all of those things play a huge component when you're talking about what we can do to heal our body holistically and organically.
Yeah. Okay. Now the business side of it.
The business side of it,
That's hard.
no, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
The
Educate
business
us.
side of this is what I absolutely love. Cynthia, my partner, and I, we've been going to a lot of the expos, the trade shows, and the conferences in the cannabis space since 2021. And a lot of times, to be realistically with you, we're the only two black women in a sea of white men. Not that that's an issue or a problem, but I don't see the black and brown
Representation,
present.
yeah.
I don't see us present. The edibles industry is a $39.7 billion industry, and it's expected to grow astronomically. What I don't see when I go to the trade shows, the conferences, and the expos, I don't see edibles on the market that are gluten-free, sugar-free, nut-free, dairy-free, and allergen-free. I just finished talking about clients, family, and friends that are always in excruciating pain.
Right.
People want to be able to put down those opioids, and they're looking for something else on the market. So to literally be able to have something phenomenal that's delicious, a sugar-free chocolate, to cook with monk fruit sugar, to use a little bit of our erythritol. Those are products in different sweeteners, as well as your real honeys, not the corn syrups that's on the market.
Right.
To be able to have a beetroot cookie in the morning, and then have that with a nice tea.
Okay.
Your hibiscus tea that's infused, a beetroot cookie that's absolutely amazing with your sugar-free white chocolate, and you can enjoy that.
I like that.
And you know that you're getting healed. I think those components, when it comes to the industry and the money that's sitting on the table right now, and even more so, the people we do see, it just blows my mind that I'm seeing a lot of guys that own dispensaries, but the education's still not there.
Right.
The knowledge isn't there. And then the products of quality that really, really make a difference for your body, it's not there. And that's what I'm about. That's what I'm all about.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good. And then that's still, you kind of tied into that component of the service side of it
Yes, sir.
too.
Yes, sir.
I can tell you, customer service, I can feel the passion that, first of all, you know your product.
Yes, sir.
You know what you're doing.
I do.
You're not just talking about this thing.
But this is still an ever-revolving industry. There are over 283 different cannabinoids in the hemp plant. So when you're talking about taking an edible and you say, oh my God, my back hurts. And then you say, wow, my knee doesn't hurt. You're taking an edible, you say, I have a migraine headache. And you say, then all of a sudden your digestive system, you don't have acid reflux anymore. So when you look at the endocannabinoid system and how cannabis brings the body back into homeostasis,
Yes.
it is a phenomenal
It
product.
is.
But you have to dose yourself appropriately.
Yes. Bob Marley said this a long time ago. He said the reason why the Jamaicans, the Rastas, why they smoke so much.
Yes.
He said it brings them back to themselves.
Yes.
To one.
That's right.
Right. To God,
Exactly.
right? And everybody was like, oh, he just smokes weed a lot, whatever. But not realizing they was doing it for spiritual practices.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful, man. So we got to get into tasting of some of this stuff. So we got,
Awesome.
What we got here? We have.
So what I did bring for you to sample today is a few of my herbs and spices. We just met, I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
We just met yesterday with our manufacturer because we are getting ready to do huge distribution with Target.
Okay.
And huge distribution
your hand
also with
clap for that.
Sprouts.
That's what I'm talking about.
So needless to say,
Ooh, big money coming.
Look, all
Big
day long.
money
all day long. Oh
coming.
my goodness. And what I absolutely love is there are more restaurants also when we were talking about the financial side of this. There are more restaurants that I see even in Dallas, Texas that have cannabis on their menu. So that is phenomenal. And then we're talking with my other partners on the Houston side and just throughout. More restaurants want to be able to offer gourmet edibles on their menu.
Absolutely.
And what also I want to tell you, if you look at where cannabis is as far as in 2023, the beverage industry for the hemp beverages made over $8 billion.
Yes.
Google is your friend. You don't believe what I say?
8 billion?
Fact check. 8 billion.
With a B.
Fact check, fact check, fact check.
I'm in the wrong business.
Fact check. And then for 2024, it made 10 billion. So right now, with where we are with our senators, where we are with our governors, they're definitely looking into how can they get their hands wet with some of that money.
That's right. That's right.
Right now, we do have some amazing farmers that's producing great product.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're using, I created different spices and herbs where we're dosing at appropriate doses from your herb de Provence. We're also doing, what I have for you today is an all-in-one. I have a lemon pepper seasoning,
Okay.
and then we have a salt. So we're doing a line of CBD, CBG. We're doing a line also of the Delta 9. And I want to max it to the D9 to be maxed to the highest capacity.
I want some of that when I leave here. I want some
Perfect.
of that. Okay.
Oh, I got a nice sample box I'm going to ship back to you.
Oh, okay. That's
I do. In the meantime, what I
I'm
also
talking
have for you as well, if I can reach over here for this,
Mm-hmm.
what I bought for you is even the butter. So I have another farmer that's doing hemp, but he also does black garlic.
Okay.
And if you Google the health benefits of black garlic, it has so many different components for the body. So with a little bit of the herb de Provence, and then we're also having your all-in-one seasoning, and then you're looking at chunks of black garlic. It's really healthy and
So it's
phenomenal.
a body butter or it's a...
No, this is what you put on your meal. So when you're talking about having that chicken breast, when you're talking about a compound butter that we produce, and we're going to put this on the market, and we're looking at this about $65.
Okay.
Again, because we're talking about the black garlic, you have your CBD, your CBG. This is going to be compound. A nice compound butter. So
Gotcha.
we have this on the market, which is amazing. And then what I just bought for us to sample right now is just a couple of nice cookies.
Yeah, can we do that?
Yes.
Can we sample? Let's go
Awesome.
ahead and sample.
Yes, sir.
And this is the first thing we're sampling right now. You just show it to the camera right
Okay,
there.
perfect. Awesome. So what we do have right now is just a chocolate chip cookie. So again, now this isn't gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free,
Right.
nut-free,
All right.
allergen-free. So this is definitely your the portion of it. The portion of this is do I have a napkin here for you? Let's see.
Yeah.
The portion of this, I just want you to taste full flavor. That's it. It's just
Okay.
a really nice cookie that's infused.
And it's not going to get me high, right?
It is.
Oh,
But we're
good.
only going to taste a little
All right,
bit.
good job,
We're
good
gonna
job.
we're gonna dose this appropriately. Is what we're gonna do. So these are phenomenal, amazing, fresh made cookies. Chunks and chunks of chocolate on the inside of this.
So is the chocolate, is it
It's a
sugar
nice-
or is it... what's-
This is sugar.
It's sugar,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Oh, you
So
gave
here
me a
we
big
go.
one.
I did. I want you to taste the chocolate chip in that.
Oh, my God. Oh, look. This is what we doing on here, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. And this is dosed.
That is dosed.
Wow.
25 milligram for the whole cookie.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is a good lunch treat.
And that is CBD. That is CBD. And then also that's a D9 on the inside of that.
So.
And then I also use brown butter.
I like that. So
Yes, sir.
now what I'm doing, I'm tasting for, because you know most products that's infused, they have a weed
weird
taste to
Yes,
it.
they do.
But it don't. It has,
sir.
it's just like a chocolate
I do
cookie.
not want you to taste that. I want you to enjoy the flavor.
It's
that's
good.
And that's the problem with a lot of the entrees that I prepare. You try to tell people to dose themselves appropriately and not to eat the whole thing. But by the time we're done, they've devoured it. Because again, I don't want you to smell it. I don't want you to see it. I don't want you to taste it.
Yeah.
I want you to enjoy the flavor.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes, sir.
So what else do you got here with the seasonings?
I also and I have a little bit of the compound butter for you as
Okay.
well that I wanted you to sample. And this is just black garlic. There's a chunk in it right here at the top. And then just taste how nice and sweet it is.
We got
so
the-
that is CBD, CBG. And what you're sampling is this here as
The
well.
butter?
That is the butter.
So this is what I can put on my chicken,
you can put that on
my
You
fish,
can put it on the steak. Yes, sir.
the steak,
Yes, sir.
everything.
Everything.
The fries.
Yes, sir. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And again, this is just with black garlic. That is
yeah.
all
That's
healthy
all right.
and amazing.
That tastes like
and
truffle.
it's an Amish butter. Yes, sir.
It tastes like truffle.
Exactly.
I like this.
So we are working with our distro, our fulfillment company right now, to put some amazing things on the market when it comes to being able to dose your food appropriately. And then we also have recipe cards to show you exactly
How to do it.
How to do it.
I like this. It's good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
good. So how did you? I want the tea now. I want the tea. How did you like? Are you a chemist too?
No, sir.
How do you like modify like that stuff to make it feel like taste like real food and not bitter
And not bitter.
and still be edible?
It's all about the quality of cannabinoid, of the distillate and isolate, and dealing with some really great farmers where we are, where they are sourcing product that's high with terpenes. They're sourcing product. When I say terpenes, it's no more different than taking rosemary and you rub your fingers together with rosemary. You smell that little woodsy scent into rosemary, and those are terpenes as well that enhance the entourage effect. But when you have great product and you're putting that into your spices, your food, your daily entrees, again, it all enhances the endocannabinoid system. But to marry food and just to play with it, get in the
Yes.
kitchen and play with it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to use rosemary, the proper way to use it. And then just to see and to look on TV and watch different shows and then just to play with your food in the kitchen.
Right.
I just started bringing compounds and start bringing it together.
Yeah.
And then again, I just go right back to the source. I'm picking up the phone calling Big Mama. What do I do with this? How do I handle this? And then she just reminds me and then walks me through it. And then from there, it's just, like I said, I use myself as a guinea pig. So I start testing everything on Chef Collins first. And then I put it in the kitchen with my ball players. And then we elevate food from there.
I like that. So I want to ask you the significance of the hot pink that you have, because
It's Breast Cancer Month.
I wanted to say that because
It's breast cancer
October
month.
is.
Yes, it is.
Shout out to that. That's my bad. I should have shouted that out at the beginning of the episode, but I'm shouting it out now.
Yes.
Shout out to Breast Cancer Month.
Yes.
Anybody had breast cancer, anybody who survived breast cancer, much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys. So we're gonna get into that. So now, I knew it was a significance because when I see most shelves, they have a certain color, and the color means something.
That's right.
So what does Breast Cancer Month mean for you?
Breast Cancer Month means to me, wow. I think about my aunts. I think about my close friends that have passed away. And again, when we're looking at food is our medicine, medicine is our food, I just want to make sure we enjoy life. We continue to live prosperous life. And it's all about healing, health, and wealth.
Yes. Yes.
That's what breast cancer means to me. Passing the baton and helping us to thrive.
Yes.
Are we perfect in our everyday lives? No, we're not. But whatever we can do on a small scale to help heal the world is exactly what Chef Collins is all about.
That's good. I like that. I like that. See, Chef's trying to get deep with me. See, Chef, you can't get deep with me.
Oh,
right
my
now.
goodness.
You know what I'm saying? I told her this is not church right now. We gonna wait till Sunday to go to the church.
Yes, sir.
But no, that's real because it's important and it hits so many of us indirectly and directly.
That's right.
And
That's right.
it has no person that it picks.
Definitely not.
And when it hits your doorstep, you're like, oh, wow, I got to deal with this.
Right.
Right. So it's very important. Like I said, I don't know how I missed that, Normally I have pink on.
Right.
I support breast cancer. I support all causes, mental health, everything. I'm an advocate for that. I have my last question for you.
Yes, sir.
And you're a chef, so you got to answer this. No, actually, I got two more questions.
Oh, my goodness.
I got you here. Why not? I want to talk about relationships,
Okay.
right? And cooking.
Okay.
Right. Do you think that a person should be able to know how to cook in a
Okay.
relationship?
Yes.
Okay. I won't take you into depth with that because.
It doesn't have to always be her,
Okay.
It can be him.
All right.
But to be able to bring some type of substance to the table, because they always say the way to a man's heart is
Through his
definitely through his stomach.
That's
but a way
absolutely.
to a woman's heart is the exact same way. So you definitely want to keep it real as far as being able to feed with that love. And
Yes.
I feel like when we do put really great food on the table, and it can be simple, keep it simple, kiss it. I always say keep it simple, and just start from the basics, whatever you can do, super small,
Yeah.
and bring that to the table, and then just do it when you do it with love.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to have the microgreens on it. I don't need the balsamic reduction.
Yeah.
You don't have to put the herbs around it. But just for me to know that you made a nice bowl of spaghetti or you tossed a
From
nice
your heart.
salad from your heart
Yes.
is all I would love to have.
Okay, because I wanted to ask that question because in today's time, I think we got away from just doing like little things, right?
Right.
Family won with eating.
Exactly.
Family used to eat at one table, right?
That's right.
They don't do that no more. Then you had dates.
Yes,
We go on dates to eat.
we do.
Now everybody goes to dates to like have drinks and whatever.
Exactly.
I want to eat,
I want to be able to enjoy
and then
a
I want to
meal.
eat a good meal.
Right, and I want a great conversation.
Yes,
I want to be able
absolutely.
to look at you and not the cell phone. I want to be able to look at you, and not everything else going on around me.
That's right.
Just to connect with people. And I think we lost that. And through food, and like you said, breaking bread at the table together, we've lost that connectivity.
Yes.
And we got to bring that back again.
We need that. That's important. And also, I want to ask you this: where should we select what we eat? Because the big name,
Yes.
it's not really good. It's not savory. And I don't want to call no names.
Right,
I'm
right,
not doing that.
right.
But these big names that people want to go to, and male or female, they're like, we need to go here because it's nice. It's nice
Right.
scene, nice vibe. But the food taste is like, where are some places where you think the best quality of food, seasoning,
Exactly.
presentation,
Right.
that feel of like warmth?
That's a good question because that also derives location.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in Louisiana, I know about the mom and pop shops
Right.
where the food is good, and Big Mama's in the back of the kitchen
Absolutely.
cooking with her sisters. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
That's right.
If I'm in California, boy, I know exactly where to find older Hispanic ladies that are making really great menudo, and they're doing it from scratch.
Yep.
It depends again, just from region to region to region. The big box stores is what I'm going to call them. They prepare really great food, and the ambiance is there. But when you're talking about really good food flavor where people care,
Yeah.
small quantities is everything. It's definitely,
Yes.
it's everything to me. And then just to see the people that put their love and their heart into it, and they care about the produce, and they care about the meats. And then it doesn't have to be, like I said, pretty on the plate, but the quality is there.
Yes.
I steer clear a lot of times from the big fancy, and then just go with the mom and pop and just enjoy an amazing meal that nourishes my soul.
So this is a fun fact, and you guys might not know this. You might know it, but a lot of people don't pay attention to it. This is a fun fact. When people fall in like a love situation,
Yes.
food is always involved.
Food is
'Cause
always
the
involved.
first thing they're gonna say, remember we met at that
That's
restaurant?
right. That's right.
And people don't realize that. It's
That's
like
right.
that restaurant or that food, that experience.
You are so right about that.
Yeah.
You're so right about that.
They remember where they were, what they ate, and everything, and how they fell in love or whatever that
You're
reason
so right.
is. Yeah.
You're definitely right about that. Another piece of the puzzle to me is, what's wrong with doing a picnic basket? Why have we gotten away from having picnics?
Ooh.
What's wrong with just taking
Uh-oh.
a bottle of wine,
Uh-oh.
a couple of glasses?
I'm doing that today.
Yes, sir. And then doing a small charcuterie. So you're talking about your meat, your cheeses, your nuts, your vegetables, your grains. I mean, we can go to Central Market and you can buy your couscous, and it has all the nuts in it that you need. You can go to Central Market. You can buy your grilled vegetables.
Yeah.
And sit down and have a picnic. We've gotten so far away from that. A picnic in your backyard, a picnic in the apartment complex you live in.
Yes.
A picnic, even in the condo. It just makes a huge difference. A picnic in your car.
Yes.
And the romance
I
behind
love
that.
that. Yeah.
is apps. Pull those seats back,
That's
you know.
right. That's right.
And then put the food on the dashboard and just enjoy the sunset.
Yes.
Little things like that, I know for a fact we've gotten away from, and I know, like you stated, food is family and food is memory.
Yes, it is.
It's memory.
It is memory. It is. Because you remember a bad meal and you remember a good meal.
Yes, you do. You remember who you were with,
That's right.
the time frame.
Yep.
All of that.
The experience.
Yes,
I
sir.
remember Chef Collins coming out with the dish and presenting it.
Yes, sir.
They remember that. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. So.
Wow. Great conversation. I love it. I love it. You are really a man after my own heart, because even just with the education and then just sharing the love, I do this all day, every day. I eat, breathe, think, and I cringe my teeth at night thinking about the next step, the next step, the next step.
Right.
So I appreciate being on this podcast with you. You have done my heart a world of good.
That's good because I you know, and this is from time and years of experience and
Yes,
just
sir.
talking to people.
Yes.
And being in, being married and, things of that nature, and being around friends and being around chefs and being
Yes.
around food and experiences.
Yes.
I noticed that a lot of people miss the moment, right?
That's so true.
And people don't live in the moment.
They don't.
They live for the next step.
Exactly.
Instead of living in the moment. And one thing I've learned, that something small as a salad that was brought out, right, and having a glass of wine and that conversation,
Yes.
it means a lot, because it's like, wow, I didn't realize that it went that far.
Right.
We went this far from this
From
this beginning.
That's right.
Right. So that's why I say I love chefs when chefs come on and have a conversation with chefs. I love it because it's something they do that they have a way of expressing themselves through the food.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
You're gonna have your experience while you're eating, but prior to that, it's a
an
memory.
experience, and it's
Right.
It's
He's
a
like,
memory.
remember. Let me show these pictures. Remember when.
That's it.
It's a beautiful thing. So I want to ask you this last question before I get out of here.
Okay.
They said this one ingredient is the enemy of everybody,
Wow.
and it's killing a lot of people.
Yes, sir. I know where you're going.
What I want to know your thoughts on sugar.
Wow. You talk about inflammation. Sugar, the pounds of sugar that each individual in the United States consume is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I was actually doing the study at one point, and I've kind of forgotten, but what states consumes more sugar than the other? So I got to go back to that again. But when you talk about your knee pain, and when we're talking about inflammation in the body,
Yeah.
we're talking about dementia, we're talking about Alzheimer, sugar is breaking us down.
Yes, it is.
It's breaking us down to the white meat.
Yes.
It's breaking us all the way down. To get away from what we're doing for our love of sugar, it's again, we go back to comfort. We go back to enjoying food because we eat, because we're going through situations.
Yes.
We definitely need to focus on what we can do to take sugar out of our diet so we can heal, so we can live, so we can thrive,
Yes.
so we can flourish. But it is a killer of everything, from the dementia, like I mentioned, from cancer.
Yes.
And it feeds it.
It feeds
Sugar
cancer.
feeds
Yes,
cancer.
it does.
Sugar feeds the inflammation. And as we take pills and medication with the opioids that we already have on the table, because, family and friends are taking 10, 12 pills a day just to be able to get up out of bed, to put all of that down, it's just, it saddens me. It really saddens me. And like I said, I use Chef Collins as a guinea pig to see what I need to do to change my diet.
That's good.
And even though we're enjoying the edibles, because that's what's on the market and that's what people love, and people love to get high, but at the same time, we also have a huge market right now where they want to focus on sugar-free, dairy-free, nut-free, allergen-free, and they want to heal and then still enjoy food.
Yeah.
And that's where that's my lane right now. That's my lane. I'm going to give you what you want as far as those companies that want to have really great premium edibles, but I also want to give you what you need.
Yes.
As far as the premium edibles that are really phenomenal for the body.
That's good. You know what? And you just influenced me to take an edible today. No, but but Chef, I appreciate you.
Oh, no. This is amazing. This is great.
I hope she influenced you guys
Yes,
also.
yes.
But Chef, before we get out of here, I got to get your information. How can other people get in contact with you? Any
Yes.
social media websites or
Perfect.
events, anything you got going on?
Awesome. Well, first off, I definitely want to say that you can find me on Facebook. I'm Chef Me Shelle Collins, and Michelle is Meshelle. Chef Michelle Collins on Facebook. And then also for Instagram, it's cannabis_chef_Collins. So you can find me on Instagram there. I'm also on LinkedIn under Cannabis Chef, Me Shelle Collins. So even though I go by Michelle, my real name is Me Shelle Collins.
Okay.
My father did that. From there, you can also reach out to me. I am on www.chefcollinscard.com. You can reach me there, put an order in, and I can get holiday gift boxes out to you that's really, really beautiful for the spices, for the butters, and then also for our dietary edibles as well.
I like it.
So that's going to be amazing, amazing.
I like that.
Yes,
I
sir.
like that.
And then also I do want to give my number, 817-550-3530.
Okay.
Thank you.
Chef. I like that. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you coming up here,
Thank
just
you.
educating us.
Thank you, thank you.
Something so small it's very major.
Yes, sir.
You know, and one thing I like to do. That's the reason why I call my show Culturally Distinct.
I love
We
that.
have so many distinctions within our culture, right?
Yes.
And food is a big distinction.
It's huge.
We black, but we eat a lot of different things.
Yes, we do.
Right, and we eat it different ways.
Yes, we do.
Right, with different things and different people and different experiences. So I appreciate you coming up here, expressing what you have, and I'm be looking forward to my gift bag because
Gotcha.
I'm be using it with everything.
Perfect.
Everything.
Perfect.
And look, I'm a promoter for a good product.
Thank you.
All the time. So I'm be like, look, make sure y'all hit up Chef Collins. I got me some red fish and I put that butter on it.
I appreciate that. Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? So, guys, look, we got to get out of here, man. We got to go pay some bills. Shout out to Nadia Whitehead. She gets on my nerves all the time, but she made this thing go. Yeah, man, but I thank you guys for tuning into the show, man. We always have some great experiences when it comes to us and the people in our culture. We got to love on each other again. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Guys, we got to get out of here. Enough for once again for my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages. Call Audio. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys again. Tell a friend to tell a friend what we got going on. And every week I say it, and I can't keep saying it. I love you guys, and you can't do nothing about it. Peace. And that's a wrap.
Awesome.